You head back in the direction of home. You feel pretty good about yourself. Sometimes superheroes don't need to do anything super big. Even helping those in need can be pretty good. As you ride, you glance around to see if there is anyone else you can help with your super strength superpower, but there is no one around. You keep cruising in the neighborhood. There must be something I can help with. You spot Mr. and Mrs. Blunt standing on their driveway next to a small truck. The elderly couple look concerned and overwhelmed. As you approach them, you notice that there are some boxes stacked beside the truck as well as some dining chairs. Mr. and Mrs. Blunt, you greet them. What's going on? Mrs. Blunt heads toward you. We're moving into an apartment. This house is just too much work for us to maintain and keep. Once you get older, you can't do all the housework for a big place anymore. Too much cleaning, and there's mowing the lawn, and climbing up to clean the gutters. You nod in agreement as Mr. Blunt moves to pick up one of the boxes. Edward, Mrs. Blunt admonishes, I told you to stop. You're going to hurt yourself trying to move that. She hurries over to her husband. Mr. Blunt puts the box back down. Well then, how are we going to get everything moved? Mrs. Blunt sighs. I don't know. I didn't think we had so many things. Why didn't you hire a moving company, you ask? We're both retired with no income. We don't want to spend a lot of money on this, so we thought we'd just move it ourselves. You realize your next opportunity to help someone with your superpower. Mr. and Mrs. Blunt, I can help you, you offer. Free of charge. The elderly couple look at you with an expression of relief. Really? You'll help us for free? Absolutely. You hurry over to the box Mr. Blunt had been trying to pick up. Oh, be careful, exclaims Mrs. Blunt. That one is very heavy. It's filled with books. She stares in surprise as you lift the box with ease. My, you're a strong one, she exclaims. You quickly load the box in the truck and continue to move the rest of the boxes. After loading the boxes and chairs that are on the driveway, you follow Mr. and Mrs. Blunt in and out of the house as they direct you on what items to move. They stare in amazement as you effortlessly move tables, armchairs, and mattresses out of the house. There you go, you say after you place the last item into the truck. All done. Mrs. Blunt beams. Thank you so much. I don't know what we would have done without you. Mr. Blunt clears his throat. Do you think you'd be able to help us again when we have to move everything into the apartment tomorrow? Of course. Let me know what time and I'll come by tomorrow. Oh, thank you, sweet child, gushes Mrs. Blunt. You know, you could start a moving business with your strength. I have lots of friends who would want help moving things. That's not a bad idea, you say. Great. I'll introduce you to them. Well, this turned out well. I get to help others and make some money out of it. What more could I ask for? The end. Go back to chapter 1 and choose a new plot.